Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the afternoon. This bout will be scheduled for 10 rounds of professional boxing action, and it is for the WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight title. Calling first to the ring, Vichith or
Making his way to the ring now. In the blue corner, we have Vichith representing Cambodia. He is competing for the WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight title, weighing in at 115 pounds. He has 6 wins, 3 losses,
his opponent
and
to
1
the
draw.
ring, Katsuya Murakami.
And the man making his way to the ring from the land of the rising sun, Japan, Mr. Katsuya Murakami, with a professional record of 15 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. He is about to take on the Cambodian Vichith for the WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight title, scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds.
Katsuya in the Akatsuki gown with a Naruto headband. I am already a fan of this man from Japan.
Inviting to the ring, Major General Damrong Sinakajon Bun, the supervisor for the WBC Asia. Inviting Mr. Naris Singh Wangcha, Papa Wongkan Muay. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue with white trim, with a professional record of 6 victories, 3 defeats, and 1 bout even. Representing Cambodia, please give it up for Vichith. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black with red trim. A professional record of 15 victories, 3 defeats, and 1 bout even. Hailing out of and proudly representing Japan. Please give it up for Katsuya Murakami. And the WBC Asia Supervisor Major General Damrong Sinakajon Bun, and the referee in charge of the action, Mr. Thanawat Wongsasan, and the 3 judges going ringside, Mr. Thanadon Yuberg, Mr. Ratchakon Darapan, and Mr. Supa Bunrod, and the timekeeper, Mr. Wichan Tong Bai.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final fight of the night. It is for the WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight title. We have Katsuya Murakami representing Japan in the black and red shorts, and he will be fighting Vichith representing Cambodia. He is in the blue. This fight is scheduled for 10 rounds.
All right, final information from the referee. The shake of hands, and it's about to get down for 10 potential rounds. Japan against Cambodia.
Katsuya with a noticeable height advantage here for a very small weight class of 115 pounds.
Katsuya starts off with a nice double jab, really getting that action going. And you can see that massive height difference, and you see the very high guard of Vichith.
Lovely jabs down the center, counter punch there, straight right. Lightning fast jab from the Japanese fighter here, Katsuya Murakami.
I mean, you can just see with Katsuya, he's more experienced with Western boxing in comparison to Vichith. and you can see the difference here in the way he moves as well, landing some nice jabs, and also throwing right hands in the clinch on the blind side of the referee. A veteran move by Katsuya.
Looking to counter there, but eats one of his straight rights from Katsuya. Going first and last in these combos.
And you can see with Katsuya, when he throws that jab, he leaves his chin exposed. He throws that right arm in the air and leaves his chin exposed. So all Vichith Ut has to do is try and catch him as he comes in with a jab and throw a looping left or right hook as well. But it's very typical for the Japanese fighters when they throw that jab. They really extend their shoulders and they come in with a high chin, very similar to, of course, Inoue. But a beautiful left hook.
Lovely check left hook there. Vichith look to hop in and just gets caught with that counter left hook.
I mean, Vichith's got some nice right hands. He's got some good head movement. But to me at the moment, it looks like Katsuya is definitely in control of this round so far.
Yeah, Vichith looking to slip off to the side and counter that jab. But Katsuya with his own counters. Goes to the body.
Some nice jabs to the body as well by Katsuya, but Vichith starting to find his groove. The first 30 seconds, it looked like Katsuya was definitely just dominating, but it starts to slow down as soon as you start landing some big shots, and Vichith has found some of his targets. A nice jab down to the middle, jab for jab.
Absolutely. Punching with him there, that's really slowed down Katsuya. Vichith with his good counter punches.
Great right hands as well, just flicking that right hand. You know, for the first round, it's scheduled for 10. You'll often see with the super flyweights, they can keep up a very fast pace. So it tends to be the opening rounds, fighters take a little bit more time off, but in situations like this, these super flyweights are so conditioned, they can go 10 rounds at this pace.
See Katsuya there working more off that jab, sticking a right hand on the end. He's got a very nice, sharp left hook on him. Disguises it almost as a jab, doesn't build it up too much, just comes around the side.
And that's the thing here as well. Katsuya, even when they're jabbing for jabbing, Katsuya looks like he's getting off better because he's the taller fighter, so the jabs look a little bit more clean. He lands some nice check hooks, but a great round for both of these fighters, but I've got to give that one to Katsuya. I think he edged that round. The opening moments, we see with the action replay here, you can see there was jab for jab, right hand for right hand, but it was that jab check hook that was really doing well for Katsuya. You see with this action replay, it was jab into the check hook, and he uses that jab because he knows Vichith is coming forward at him, and as soon as he comes forward, he steps back with that check hook. But a great round for both of these fighters.
Really nice check hook from Katsuya there. You see when, as you say, Vichith goes to counter, Katsuya's just on the outside and he can still catch him with that check hook. He throws it very long, almost as long as he throws his jab. Good work there. So he's starting the exchanges and he's finishing the exchanges as well. It's looking very good.
Yeah, and that's the great thing here. He's throwing the jab to set up his opponent to throw a counter, and as the opponent throws the counter, he throws that check hook. It's a beautiful move indeed.
See how the fighters will come out for the second round.
So here we are, round number 2. Japan taking on Cambodia for the WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight title. Scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds. We do have Katsuya in the red and black, taking on Vichith Ut in the blue and white. Second round so far.
Katsuya looking very sharp, ready to hop out, throw that check hook, and Vichith looking more relaxed here. Two different tempos from the fighters.
Vichith has really picked up in comparison to what he did in the first round though. He tends to take a little bit of too much time off. To me, a little bit too lethargic. Katsuya will just tee off with the jab if you are a little bit lazy with it as well. But you can see there's more movement from Vichith Ut right now.
I think Katsuya is really happy to be on the outside now, where Vichith is looking to throw these counters. Katsuya is just on the outside, and he can come back with a straight shot, that straight jab or that check hook.
Vichith complaining about a rabbit punch there, and you know, Katsuya has thrown these veteran moves out. He's flirting with the rules, so to speak. He's throwing shots in on the break, but here we are, nice flurry from Katsuya. But look, if you think of Vichith, when he clinches, he wraps his hand around the back of Katsuya. Katsuya's going to throw these shots. I mean, to me, is Vichith actually this hurt? Or is he trying to get as much injury time as possible right now? Because it looks like he doesn't want to continue at the moment. It's very confusing what's going on here, but to me, if you grab your opponent like he did, I think the referee needs to do something here, because that was way too much time off.
Yeah, there seems to be a little bit of confusion here. I'm on the same page as you. I didn't see anything that would have hurt him too much there. Although Katsuya is throwing very fast, he did have a very good body shot in there, though. He threw 3 shots to the guard.
I mean, look, Katsuya did hit him on the break. He did hit him with a shot you're not supposed to. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is boxing. Sometimes you've just got to flirt with the rules a little bit and just go for it. Vichith, you complain once to the referee. If he doesn't help you out, you've just got to go right back and do your thing.
Vichith looks like he was showing some pain there, closing his left eye. Good work on the inside from both fighters. Good exchanges. Low guard from Katsuya.
And this is what you get to see in the super flyweight fights. Very fast, lots of counter punches in between the flurries. They create their own counters. Some nice clinch work as well. And once again, he's complaining about being hit to the back of the head. He didn't get hit to the back of the head here, but maybe he's got a recurring injury that is now just hurting him right now. But a beautiful left hook from Vichith.
Good work from Katsuya. Not too sure what he's complaining about here, but he goes to the body. Katsuya's been looking for that body shot. He's just teeing off very lightly. Oh, and a big left hook. Saved by the bell. Vichith there. Just counter left hook. Knocked the head back at Katsuya and is saved by the bell. Let's look at these replays. See if we can see what happened there to Vichith. Good jab there. Good exchanges. There we see that. Teeing off and just going for that powerful left body shot there. And there we see.
All right, he did hit him to the back of the head here. We finally got to see it. Now look, I'm not sure Katsuya did that on purpose, because Vichith gripped him round the back of the neck. He put him in a vice grip, and I think, you know, he was just firing right back. I'm not saying it's successful. Well, that was that final left hook at the end of the round as well. But look, just to let people realize, you know, Katsuya did hit him to the back of the head. Do I think it was intentional? No. Does the referee need to give him some form of, not necessarily an official warning, but give him a warning? Any shots to the back of the head are very dangerous. The referee should always step in when there's a punch to the back of the head. Let people realize you can't do it.
Yeah, sometimes a problem when there's a difference in height between fighters. And now we go into the 3rd round. Katsuya in the black and red shorts. Vichith in the blue shorts. How do you think Vichith's feeling now? Do you think he feels confident knowing he hurt Katsuya there at the end of the round?
I think he hit him with his best shot, and, you know, it didn't really buckle Katsuya. Katsuya was staying standing, but I also feel like Vichith is complaining a little bit too much, and when people complain too much, it tends to really reflect in their game plan as well of how much do they want this. Sometimes it's good to complain to the referee. If you believe in an injustice in the ring, complain about it. If the referee doesn't help you, you've got to do your own thing here. And there we see it once again. It seems like it's easier to complain, but I think he's pointing to the back of his neck, maybe his traps. I'm confused here.
Katsuya goes to the body again. I think you're completely right. You have to question a fighter's heart. Sometimes things happen in fights. This is a boxing match. You're going to get punched. You can't complain too much. It does show where you're at, how much you want to continue. But Vichith still coming forward, doing some good work. Katsuya working well too.
I think there's going to be in Vichith's plan as well. Kind of just look like play possum ever so slightly. Make it look like you're hurt. Make it look like you don't want to continue, and then just really go to town. It could just be a game plan here, but both fighters exchanging haymaker after haymaker in this situation.
Working well in the close range, both fighters. Katsuya looks like he changed his approach a little bit. Tighter guard, going more on uppercuts rather than these looping shots. Maybe doesn't want Vichith buying any more time, complaining. Goes to the body again.
And there we see again both fighters in the clinch, but you know, if one hand is free in the clinch, you can keep firing. The referee doing a good job to allow the clinch to stay active there. Jab for jab action so far. The head movement of Vichith, he's trying to get the counter punch going.
A good range from Katsuya, just on the outside, sending them shots down, landing on Vichith. I think Vichith always dipping off to that right-hand side, and then I think Katsuya times it well with the right hand. He avoids it there, but he catches him on the back of the head.
I mean, look, he did catch him on the back of the head, but it was not an intentional shot to the back of the head. I mean, the referee's taken a point without even giving him a warning. I mean, look, if you hit to the back of the head, you know it's against the rules. Did Katsuya do that on purpose? Not at all. However, you can't keep making the same mistake, quote unquote, and expect to get away with it because you can say, I didn't mean to do it. Eventually, you've got to change up the way you do things. But I think the referee should have given a very clear warning before giving that point away. But here we are. The fight has now changed massively. Vichith is coming alive with some body shots. Big shots on the inside of the center of the ring.
5 seconds left, ticking down. Good exchanges, working close now. And that is the end of round 3. We will be looking at the highlights from that round.
So here we are with these action replays. I mean, maybe we'll catch some of the moments where this is where Katsuya complained about the right hand to the back of the head. And here we are, both fighters quite scrappy in the center of the ring, but I would definitely say it was calculated scrappiness. Some nice body work from both of these fighters. And you can see they're just constantly going to town on the body and to the head, creating their own counter punches. Constant, and there was that shot to the back of the head. It was not an intentional shot to the back of the head, but look, you know, Vichith definitely deserves an Oscar for that performance as well. I mean, I do believe if you are being hit to the back of the head, you are allowed to exaggerate it as well, because you need to let the referee know that you can't just allow to be hit to the back of the head. It's one of the most dangerous shots in boxing. So I'm not against Vichith complaining this much to the referee. I think it's necessary. However, that point being taken away to me is just a little bit odd. I think a warning was deserved. But here we are. You can't do anything about it. So that would have been a 10-8 round in the third.
Yeah, I do believe it's a little unfair for Katsuya. It is not intentional. And sometimes if he's slipping off, he's trying to hit his head. And it can be the rotation of the fighter's head which causes you to hit him on the back of the head too. But we see Vichith comes alive there in that last round when he realizes that he can be ahead, so this may change the pace of the fight.
And we saw this in the last round. We saw that Vichith in the early moments of the round comes alive, gets really aggressive, doing exactly what he needs to do. Because look, Katsuya to me is a slicker boxer, but Vichith is the scrappier hooker, and this is the style that beats someone like Katsuya.
Absolutely. Vichith looking much better when he gets in and he trades, he gets in close, because as we've seen, Katsuya's got a very good jab, works well, but still works well on the inside. Good right hand there, but doesn't seem to shift Vichith.
The referee quick to break them up once again. I mean, Katsuya to me is now in an absolute battle, something he did not expect, and now he's starting to complain as well. It's one of those interesting fights where you've got to accept you signed up for a boxing match, you've got to do what you've got to do sometimes. Let the referee protect you as much as he can. Great right hand by Katsuya, but Vichith turns him around as well, takes his back.
Yeah, it's difficult when both fighters are looking to come in at the same time. There might be slight clashes of heads. Good work there on the inside.
I love the body work of both of these fighters. I mean, Vichith's clearly getting up with these body shots because the red marks around Katsuya's ribcage. But look, Katsuya very calculated, but he eats a left hand in the process, and a hit to the back of the head. Why is the referee not taking a point now? Interesting stuff we're seeing right now. That to me was as much as what Katsuya has done to him. Surely you should take a point in that situation.
Very much tit for tat now in terms of boxing and in terms of fouls.
But we love the drama as well. This is what we're here for, and this is what you expect for a title fight. Absolute drama, absolute carnage. Both fighters clearly going for it as hard as they possibly can. And this is the beautiful thing, when two fighters fight on the inside without the use of a clinch. It is beautiful boxing, resting your shoulders on the opposing shoulder, not allowing your opponent to get their power hands off. This is exactly what Roberto Duran would do. He would put his chin on your shoulder, not allow you to get shots off. He did it against Iran Barkley and just absolutely dominated the fight. Great stuff so far for both of these fighters.
Yeah, I feel Vichith is finding more success. He's going to the body, then he's going high, and a few times he's caught Katsuya with that left hook, unsuspectedly. Good exchanges from both fighters.
And you see Katsuya is now just marching him down. He knows he cannot give up any of these rounds. But nice sportsmanship towards the end of that round. We're going to get some action replays, Ollie.
there we have a good overhand right from Vichith. Good work in the clinch. I feel the smaller fighter, this is where it can benefit him sometimes against a taller fighter. In that clinch, he rolls, good overhand shots. Good exchanges in the clinch here. Works to the body, goes high, goes low. Which is doing really well at going to the body, going high, going low. Katsuya tends to focus on either going low or going high, not mixing it up too much. In those earlier rounds he was going high, then he whipped to the body, but they were fighting at a different range at that point in time. Now they're coming closer together.
And I do think Vichith may have edged that round. He landed some very clean, aggressive shots. I like that Katsuya was marching forward, taking the fight to him, but I do think Vichith was getting off some of the better shots here.
Good, and this is the start of the 5th round. Be interesting to see how these fighters start. Katsuya with a jab now, pumping that jab out, jab back from Vichith. Back inside, glove on glove, goes body, goes high.
Okay, so we've got some live scoring here. We have got it 37-38, 36-39, and 37-38. Wow, a very close fight, exactly what we was expecting here. So, it looks like Katsuya is slightly edging this fight like we thought.
Vichith looking to get on the inside. Katsuya looks like he may try push away, but Vichith just looks a little too strong there for him.
And that's the great thing about live scoring here as well, Ali, is you get a chance to realize what's going well and what you need to improve on as well. Katsuya's got to pick up the pace. You do not want a close fight when you're in the super flyweights, because the way they throw punches, the amount of punches that can be thrown, it can just turn the fight very quickly.
Definitely very high volume here. Katsuya just pumping that jab out. He has slowed down a bit.
And still some great sportsmanship by both of these fighters. A lot of drama, but that's the way it goes in boxing. I mean, I still think Vichith is 1 second away from getting a point deducted though if he does anything close to a foul, because if Katsuya got a point deducted, you've got to see it from Vichith as well. He's got to have on a great right hand landed by Katsuya. Perfect right hand.
Yeah, brilliant right hand there. Good from Vichith just to hold on into that clinch, buy himself a little bit of time.
And look, I like it when these fighters are constantly hitting on the clinch. They're finding the blind side of the referee. Bernard Hopkins was known for this. You wait for the referee to be on your left side, and then you throw your right hands in the clinch. It's beautiful stuff indeed. Both fighters are now just head to head, not allowing anybody to really do anything here. Great boxing to be on the inside without clinching.
Not a lot of rest allowed for either of these fighters. Up close on the outside, they're working a lot. Jab for jab there.
Beautiful.
Good. Almost a triple uppercut there from Katsuya.
You see this in the super flyweights. You often see these triple uppercuts. I mean, Roy Jones Jr. used to throw triple hooks in the light heavyweights. You very rarely see it in the heavier weights, but super flyweights, you see these triple uppercuts very often.
And another good right hand there from Katsuya. Almost got to feel sorry for him, because the way he throws that right hand is just, the trajectory is almost at like a 45-degree angle. So then when Vichith turns away from it, which he's not doing now, so that has prevented from getting hit on the back of the head. Good work from Vichith there.
Yeah, very good point. I mean, I thought it was a very unintentional situation, and it's the way he comes down with that right hand where all it takes is your opponent to turn around and it's going to hit where it's not supposed to. But a very good round, a very even round, but I think Katsuya definitely took that round in my books. Here we see the action replays, that double jab with the right hand, and as you mentioned, it's the way he comes down with that right hand. I mean, if Vichith turns his head at that moment, it's on Vichith. It's his fault for getting hit in that situation, because that's the way he throws the right hand. And the referee has warned Vichith to stop ducking his head down. Now, you're not going to get a point taken away from ducking your head down necessarily, but you are going to be caught up on it very often as well. So, a very great round. I've got to give that one to Katsuya Murakami. What about you, Ollie?
I believe so too. I think great work from both fighters, but I think Katsuya just edged it there. Cleaner shots. There's that good right hand that I think maybe wobbled Vichith a bit. He hung on.
I mean, I've now got the fight 3 rounds to 2 in Katsuya's favor, but obviously there was that point deduction as well, which could be very, very interesting if we get into these later rounds. Round number 6 underway.
Yeah, later on that can absolutely change everything. A point deduction is massive, especially when it comes down to such a close fight as this is. A fight worthy of a WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight.
And we see Vichith starting the same way, comes out swinging very early on and then kind of reserves himself in the later rounds as well. I'd like to see Vichith actually move forward with a jab, actually step with a jab before he sets up these big hooks, because Katsuya is seeing the hooks coming and he's just stepping back with the check hooks. Katsuya boxing perfectly against someone who keeps trying to hook him.
See Katsuya now going back to this tactic, how he was at the start of the fight, just on the outside. He's got a very good jab, he's got good timing. We saw him step back, although he's slowed down a bit now, so not able to throw that check hook. I don't think he does as well when he's up close against Vichith.
And I do like the way you see Katsuya still boxing on the inside with a shorter fighter. I mean, Wilfred Benitez used to do this. He was a taller fighter, but he used to be able to just get underneath some of the shots of these shorter fighters and still beat them up close and personal. I like what I'm seeing with Katsuya, but Vichith to me is way more aggressive on the inside and to me more determined to land some more powerful shots as well.
Vichith just going to the body, then going up to the head. He's caught Katsuya a few times in that clinch. He goes low, then goes high. Katsuya working well with the uppercuts in the clinch. I don't think they're causing much damage. Lovely 1-2 there.
And that's that right hand we were talking about. It's a great right hand by Katsuya, coming down over the top with that right hand, just trying to aim for the forehead, possibly the temple area of Vichith. And if it lands hard and it hurts as well. Great move, and there it is, that right hand. I love the right hand by Katsuya. He tries to chop through you with that right hand. Beautiful stuff.
Knocks his head back there with the jab, and I think as we see Vichith get more tired, he's not going to be able to move out the way of that right hand, and it will have more success as the fight goes on.
Good point, because like we say always, the shots that tend to miss by inches turn into millimeters, and then in those later rounds they land clean, and we just saw it right there as well. And it's landing just above the ear, and when those shots land clean above the ear, it really rocks your equilibrium and it really puts you to the canvas as well. So Vichith has got to be careful he doesn't take too many of these. I'd like to see Vichith start coming forward with jabs to the chest, jabs to the body, jab that chest, and as soon as your opponent reacts, start going to the body with these big winging hooks. That's all you can do, and this is where he needs to be. Digging to the body as much as you can. Take away some of that energy level of Katsuya.
He's working well to the body, and then when Katsuya covers that body, he goes high with that left hook. He's caught him a few times. We saw in the earlier round, he just caught him towards the end, really hurt Katsuya.
Referee quick to break them up here, but final moments, and there it is, folks. End of round number 6, and to me, Vichith is starting to just fade a little bit. Talk us through some of these action replays, Ollie.
See that right hand just missing there, that looping right hand that we're talking about. And again, he misses. Maybe we see somewhere he connects. He had good success with that early on. He's good when he steps back. He makes Vichith miss. Those short uppercuts, doubles it up. Tries to step in with the 1-2. He's met on, head on with Vichith. He's stepping back very well, Katsuya. Early on in the fight, he had good success by stepping back, throwing that check hook. We haven't seen him throw that so much now. I think he works well on the outside, but still a threat up close. But Vichith is very much looking to get on the inside, cause damage there.
And that's the interesting thing here. Vichith has told Katsuya what he's going to do. He's told him, I'm just going to get on the inside and go to town with these hooks. Katsuya needs to just step back, and every time he gets up close, wrap the arms up, don't allow Vichith to get any shots off, and then step back again with the jabs. Create as much distance between you and your opponent as much as possible. But here we are, round number 7.
Katsuya starting again with the jab. Vichith looking to lock up. Well on the back foot now from Katsuya.
Vichith is now charging, and this is exactly what I was saying. Maybe Katsuya could hear me. He just needs to dance away with a jab. Just keep moving back. Keep using that jab. Great right hand gets through. And to me, this is the fight Katsuya needs to be in. Hold that middle and out of range. Just stay in your zones. Do not get into the... This is where Katsuya needs to wrap up the hands of Vichith and then get back to medium and far away and just stay in them zones. That's all Katsuya needs to do. Jab, check hook, and the right hand, but a big left hook upstairs by Vichith.
And this is what he has to be careful of. This has happened a few times in this fight where he goes low, he throws that left hook. This is where Katsuya is better at range. He's learned from those last few rounds that he doesn't want to get up close. This is where Vichith does the damage. He's good. There we see.
And it's that right hand you were talking about as well. When it misses, that's when the left hook comes upstairs from Vichith. It's almost like when Joe Frazier was waiting just for Muhammad Ali to jab and throw the right hand, he would then throw that left hook upstairs. And I think Vichith has got to time that jab with the right hand, get underneath that right hand, and just clip him upstairs with a left hook.
Katsuya straightening that right hand up a bit now. He's missing it a lot. I feel like Vichith's got his timing a bit with that right hand. He's slipping off and he's throwing back a counter shot himself. Goes again high with that left hook.
But we see that left hook starting to work from. So Katsuya had more success on that back foot, but he now is bringing the fight to his opponent. I mean, sometimes you want to impress the judges, but also you've got to realize, I think you're winning the fight better on that back foot.
Definitely looking cleaner and safer when he's on the back foot. He's got a very good jab. There we go. We see him. He straightens that right hand up. Does not want to be here, but the body shot works very well. You seem... Don't know how this would be affecting Vichith.
I mean, it's hard to say because Vichith doesn't look that tired right now, but we both know body shots tend to just suddenly appear at any point of the round where your gas tank is gone, your legs are jelly, and your punches are not landing strong. So we're now just seeing, are those body shots really doing anything?
I think Katsuya landing the cleaner of the body shots. No, Vichith's going for that body, but it's more of just a smoke screen for that left hook coming up top.
And there they are in the clinch once again. That's where Katsuya needs to be. Get him in the clinch, wrap his arms up, don't let him go in, but big right hands get through right now. And usually we see Vichith come alive in this situation.
Works very well up close, Vichith. There, a left hook from Katsuya. Finished the round. A good, exciting end to the round there.
And here we are, folks, with the action replays from that 7th round. And then we see that lead uppercut. I mean, a beautiful lead uppercut, followed up by a check hook as well. I mean, very rarely in boxing do you see someone throw a jab with a lead uppercut as well. It's such a risky punch to land. And there you see those cracking right hands. I mean, this action replay makes it look like Katsuya was just all over Vichith, but Vichith had so many good moments in that round. However, to me, Katsuya still won that round quite convincingly as well. He was landing the counters on the inside. He was winning at range as well. I just think Katsuya is outclassing Vichith right now. But interestingly, Katsuya has moments where he starts fighting the fight Vichith once, and to me, he should be in that medium zone and the far away zone and just avoid being up close. And if you're up close, wrap your opponent up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we enter our 8th round for the WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight title. Katsuya in the black and red shorts, Vichith in the blue. Japan versus Cambodia.
You see Katsuya now just walking towards Vichith, something a little bit different. So Katsuya, to me, keeps changing up his game plan inside that ring, trying something new, but I think he needs to stick to a game plan and just keep following it. He has success going backwards, but does he believe he's got the power to take out Vichith? Does he feel like the power of Vichith isn't enough for him to be deterred going forward?
More success there with the right hand from Katsuya. Not so much success with the body shots. Vichith staying nice and tight. Lock up. Referee separates them. Katsuya laying off that jab for a bit. The right hand works.
Some great right hands getting through as well by Katsuya. He's really found the target well. And like we said, the shots that tend to miss early on start landing right now in the later rounds. The timing is there. The opponent is tired. They're going to be walking in shots. They're also going to believe that they can take more shots in the gloves because they're more tired. They're not willing to get out of the way of these shots.
High and low again from Vichith. Vichith, a bit of a different game plan now. He seems to be sticking the straight shots out a bit more. Right hand connects and misses.
Halfway through round number 8 already, and we're starting to see both fighters get a little bit more tired now. Big right hand crunching down, and it looks like Vichith is once again down. And that was a perfectly timed shot. I don't know why the referee is doing this. You should call this a knockdown. You cannot allow the referee to just let you get back up. It was a clear knockdown. Give the man a standing count.
Katsuya looking very frustrated there. The referee trying to say it's a clash of heads.
I don't think that was a clash of heads. I think that was a nice right hand. The referee should have called that a knockdown. To me, Vichith has had so many moments to catch his breath back because he is refusing to continue fighting. The referee, to me, should have allowed that to be a knockdown. Why take a point away from Katsuya from an accidental hit to the back of the head but not call a knockdown when 3 times Vichith has turned his back on his opponent?
A good right hand there from Katsuya again. Vichith buying some time on the inside, gets into the clinch, fights close, goes body, goes high again as he's done all night.
Some nice body work here now by Vichith. So this is what we see of Vichith. As soon as he gets his breath back, he starts coming alive with these nice body shots as well, ducking and weaving. Katsuya has done a great job to just stay very nicely calm in a situation like this.
10 seconds left in the 8th round. We will head over to our replays and we will see if we can catch a glimpse of what happened there, whether it's a right hand or it was a clash of heads as the referee has deemed it. Nice right hand there from Katsuya. A right hand doing well. But we didn't quite see it there, but I think it's a right hand. Unfortunately, even if it was a clash of heads, we're seeing Vichith is the one who's really sort of bringing his head in. Sometimes a clash of heads isn't one person, it's 2 people colliding together.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I've always said, if you believe there's an injustice, complain to the referee. That's completely fine. But to me, that was a right hand that landed clean. And he wasn't holding the back of the head. He was holding the top of his head, which to me was an indication of the shot exactly landing where it needs to be. So to me, I think Katsuya was robbed of a knockdown there. I believe he should have got the standing count. If an opponent keeps turning his head as well, you need to do something about that, turning your head. I mean, the referee talking about it being a head clash. We just saw the action replays.
We look over to Katsuya's corner. They are being shown the open scorecard.
And we're going to get the open scorecards probably in just a moment as well. Maybe.
Katsuya pressing forward now. Vichith on the back foot. Ducking and weaving again. They look up in the clinch. Referee separates them.
We will get some live scoring right now. So in the red corner, Judge A has got it 76-75, B 75-76, and C 77-74. So the red corner winning by just a slim margin right now. Thank you for the live scoring, Mr. Brico Santig.
So red corner, that is Katsuya ahead just ever so slightly on the scorecards.
Quite rightly as well. He's winning this fight to me. I mean, to me, he's boxing with more class as well. He's landing cleaner punches. He's trying to set up his shots. I do like what I see with Vichith when he gets going. When Vichith gets going, he starts going to the body, starts going to the head. He lands some very beautiful shots. But to me, it's just too little and far between sometimes where he's not convincing the judges enough that he's winning these rounds.
Yeah, Katsuya, very clean boxing. Working well on the outside. Working well on the inside. A lot cleaner. Vichith getting away with what he can.
And that was exactly the Katsuya I want to see. He landed a combination and then tied his opponent up very, very quickly. And that's where Katsuya is really damaging. He's a cleaner boxer. He's boxing with more class than Vichith. Vichith is great on the inside. But to me, Katsuya doing exactly what he needs to do.
Absolutely, needs to keep his man on the outside, use that jab. He's got a brilliant jab, he's got a good right hand, he's got that good check hook. He doesn't want to be on the inside of Vichith. This is where Vichith has had a lot of success tonight, where he's caught him with them counter left hooks. He goes to the body, goes up top with the hook.
Great body work now by both of these fighters. They're holding central ring. Both fighters very calculate with these body shots. Beautiful work getting through right now. And that was a big clubbing right hand to the neck of Katsuya. Katsuya is a real boxer here, just not complaining, just getting everything done. And I love the inside body shots here.
I feel those last body shots hurt him more because you see the change in the guard of Vichith. The first exchange, very good clean body shots getting through, and now you see a lot tighter coming from Vichith. I think that can hurt him.
Very well observed. You can see Vichith holding his guard, trying to block everything to his body. And now Katsuya's got him where he wants him. This is where Katsuya can now go to the head.
Yeah, this is where he needs to take a leaf out of Vichith's book and go high. He's hurting him to the body. The guard's dropped. Go high with that left hook. Good overhand right there from Vichith.
And Vichith still has these moments all the time where he goes up high, and look, Katsuya claims it was the round to the back of the head, but one of those situations, a battle of the rabbit punches sometimes. Ollie, talk us through some of these action replays.
See, this is where Vichith is doing very good work with these counter left hooks. Getting in close at Katsuya, making him comfortable, but Katsuya doing very well on the inside too. Here battling on the inside there. This is where he had some good success with those body shots up close. Good left hook, right hand there. Vichith locks him up.
Great round for both of these fighters. I mean, it's still a Katsuya round to me. I think he's landing the cleaner shots. Vichith, to me, is, you know, he appears like the underdog. He fights like an underdog. But the great thing about live scoring is you now know what you have to do in this final round. The 10th and final round of this WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight title. Japan taking on Cambodia. Vichith knows he's down on the scorecards. If he wants this title, he has to knock down or knock out Katsuya.
And we start the 10th round. Referee has a word with them. It'll be interesting now to see how they approach this round. Katsuya knows he's ahead. Good double jab there, just controlling it on the back foot.
Beautiful jab by Katsuya on that back foot. And this is the fight Katsuya needs to be in. High guard with the jab. He doesn't need to do anything fancy on the inside. Wrap up your opponent like an octopus and then get out of dodge and dance with the jab.
That right hand much easier to land when Vichith's coming forward. Vichith, when he's on the spot, he can slip, and that right hand misses him. But when he's got to come forward, Katsuya has much more success landing that right hand.
And look, Vichith has a great left hook. It's a beautiful left hook. He's got a jab down to the body, right hand to the body, and try and bring the guard down off Katsuya, and then throw that left hook upstairs. Is Katsuya too wise to it? To me, Katsuya knows all he has to do is stay away from this. Keep dancing around, but Katsuya's still going forward ever so slightly. Katsuya doesn't need to do it.
Good movement there from Katsuya. Locking the clinch, will he try buy time? Back on the outside with that jab. He's not moving backwards, he's just on the outside. Good stepping backwards there. Good timing by Katsuya.
Yeah, I do love the timing of Katsuya. And look, he's holding his opponent where he is. A lot of you watching right now might be wondering, why is Vichith not engaging? It's because he's so used to Katsuya coming forward when he holds his shoulders forward that Vichith expects him to come forward. Katsuya is aware of this, and a great left hook as well. But Vichith does slip. Jumping left hook by both of these fighters.
Katsuya complains of a head clash there, but it was a good left hook, good jab by Katsuya. Just counting down the clock now. We've got 1 minute left until someone is crowned the new WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight Champion.
I love the jabs by Katsuya, dancing away, but these jabs are landing clean. You see the head being knocked back, and now less than a minute for Vichith to try and do something spectacular. He's had success with these big shots upstairs. He's had moments where it looks like he had Katsuya hurt, but he's never followed it up. He needs to do something spectacular here now. I mean, credit to Katsuya as well. Katsuya still bringing the fight to the man that he is beating.
Yeah, Katsuya in the lead, but still coming forward, still exchanging there. He's still got something left in the tank. 20 seconds left of this 10th round.
I mean, look, when you tune in for a title fight, this is what you want to see. You want to see two fighters fighting like they need to win the final round. Katsuya is already winning this fight. 10 seconds to go, and I think Katsuya is going to dance away with this belt right now. He check hooks him, but it looks like Vichith got something through. And there it is, folks. The end of the 10th and final round. I mean, we know in theory who's supposed to win. Here's some action replays. We see Katsuya dancing back with a jab and then wrapping his opponent up. The perfect game plan. Jab and grab. Jab and grab, and that's exactly what he needed to do. But then there was moments where he took the fight to his opponent, and he was fighting him on the inside when he didn't need
come up
to.
into the ring and give the
And now we're going to take it over
winner.
to Mr. Peter Denman for the official announcement. Folks, thank you for joining us here. We'll go to the official announcement in just a moment. My name is Jimmy, and I was joined by Ollie. Thank you for being here, Ollie.
Thank you for having me. I very much enjoyed myself.
All right, folks, we will see you here once again on Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. There will be another show here at Murakami Boxing Stadium. Be ready to tune in for that. And as you saw, FCC will have an event in January. We will see you at the next one. Sawadee krab.
Ladies and gentlemen, judge number 1, Judge Tanadon Yuberg, scores it 94-95. Judge number 2, Ratchakon Darapan, scores it 94-95. And the third judge, Supap Bunrod, scores it 93-96. And your winner, by way of unanimous decision, and the new WBC Asia Continental Super Flyweight Champion, fighting out of the red corner, Katsuya Murakami.
Katsuya Murakami is the winner of the fight. A very close one. We already knew he was winning on the live scoring, but there was a slight moment where we just wasn't sure. Great event, and we'll see you at the next one on Boxing Day.
Where legends collide, victory or despair rests in their skin. Only one who knows that to claim the win. Showdown, warriors clash tonight. Showdown, fight for one last